Hey everybody, Drew McClellan here from Agency Management Institute, this week coming to you from Lisbon, Portugal. I speak even less Portuguese than I do French, so I had to do that in English. I've been thinking a lot this week about fear and how it is such an inhibitor to us doing our best work or the things that mean the most to us, or things that we really have a desire in our heart, but haven't quite found the impetus to move forward. And 2023 has been a year, I think, with a lot of fear for agency owners. I think biz dev is slow, hiring folks is still challenging. And so I'm seeing a lot of agency owners come to decisions in a place of fear. And what I believe and what I have discovered is that most things that we're afraid of, by the time we get through that gate and we actually do the thing that we're afraid to do, what we discover is that the fear was paralyzing, but the thing we were afraid to do or to not do or to change actually wasn't that big a deal. So I've always thought that tattoos were cool, but I didn't have the motivation. There was nothing that was so important to me that I wanted to put on my body permanently, and B, I hate needles. About a year ago, it's a long story which I won't get into the video, but I had some motivation to get a tattoo with my daughter, and all of a sudden the opportunity to have that experience with her, plus the meaning behind the tattoo that I chose, really ended up for me helping me push past the fear and have the experience, which turns out didn't hurt hardly at all. But my point is this, that I think there are two things that help push past fear. Number one, we have to be really clear about why we're doing it, and we have to have a deep desire to do whatever the thing is that we're afraid to do. So we have to be motivated in some way, and it can't be scarcity-based. It can't be fear-based. It really has to be something bigger and better than that. And number two, we have to find a way to push past the initial fear. So for some of you, it's an accountability buddy. For some of you, it is making a commitment to a business coach or a business partner. For others of you, it may be a significant milestone, the 25th anniversary of your business, your 50th birthday, whatever it may be. But when we are really clear about why we want to do it, and we have motivation behind that, that is abundance-based and opportunity or experience-based, and we hold ourselves accountable either by ourselves or oftentimes with a partner of some kind, somebody we're going to do something with or somebody we've made a commitment to do something, all of a sudden then we can push past that fear. And I will tell you, I won't do it in this video, but I can list 5 or 10 agency owners that have done some really hard things that they were afraid of doing for the last year or two. And in some cases it was letting go of a toxic employee. In other cases it was having a really candid conversation with a client who wasn't treating employees well. But at the end of the day, for all of them, what happened is when they were on the other side of the fear, that all of a sudden they look back on what they were afraid of and they were like, you know what? It just wasn't that big of a deal. And I know that that's been my experience as well. So whatever you're afraid of, whatever the thing that scares you the most, or the thing that you toss and turn about as you think about it, or that gives you a little heartburn when you think about it, I want you to see if you can find clear motivation, a really good reason, an abundance-based reason of why you should do it. And number two, an accountability buddy or accountability within yourself to get it done by a certain date. And then I want you to face that fear, because honestly, I think one of the ways we go into 24 stronger and better is getting a couple things off our plate in 23 that have been kind of lingering and we've been afraid to tackle them. So let's make the back half of 23 our commitment to each other and to ourselves, that we are going to tackle some things that we're afraid of and get them out of the way before the start of the new year. Okay? Face that fear, tackle that fear, move past that fear. I think you're going to be surprised at how good you feel and how great the results are. All right, I'll see you next week.